Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the start of the month. It's your July 1st, 2024 edition of the Marvel Contest of Champions news, also called the MCN. Hi. Whether you were happy or not, the Sinister Sentinel Sideshow Bob Deals went off without a hitch. Kind of. Did you get anything good? Let us know in the comments. I've seen plenty of people got something good. I haven't yet bought yet. I usually like to kind of feel my way around what I need, what I need to add, what I need to rank up and stuff like that. And especially because we're mid Battleground season, there could be a good opportunity to grab a little rank up, a little cheeky rank up on something that's going to be beneficial. I definitely know one thing when it comes to these particular infographics. There definitely was some stuff that, and by the way, there's a great job with them. They're fantastic. But there are some stuff at times where I'm like, I would have liked a little kind of like written description element of it. And it's definitely something that was picked up from, many players. Koyboy says infographics are great, but please provide plain text descriptions as well. So many crystal types, it's hard to be certain what type it is. Thanks. And obviously that's a fair point, especially when you look at where was it? We had that a moment ago. This one right here, especially from a Valiant perspective, I still don't know what that is. That's a crystal of some kind. So yeah, apart from that, it's absolutely fine. Of course, you'd have to, and like you look at it and go, oh, that's a Saga. That must be a Saga Nexus because Saga Nexus 7 star because of that. But also, it could be a Paragon crystal, but it could be a Valiant crystal. It's it's Paragon crystal. But then you're second guessing some stuff. So maybe that would have been helpful. Good luck to anybody that's still going to grab some deals and still thinking about what they're going to grab. And yeah. And now onto a fantastic infographic by Cat Murdoch. We go from one set of infographics to the other. This one is a fantastic explanation of Magnetron crystal spend. You can see on the left hand corner it's got a process of how to get to the very end there, and then over to the right you've then got information of where you should be in, or not where you should be, but yeah, kind of where you should be in the extent of how much you can grab along the way, but also the various types of events. One thing that we're still unsure about, now we've got a confirmation is, and people did kind of like have messaged me recently saying, Rich, when are we getting the Saga Incursions where the Magnetron crystals are? And this I didn't know, and this at least confirms when it's going to be. Now I thought it'd be either July or August, but Cat has confirmed, and I assume this comes straight from Kabam that have instructed this to say that Saga Incursions is going to be in July, so it's going to be next month, and then in July again is the Alliance War Showcase, which again, fantastic news. We get an idea with that. Then it seems to be a bit dry with the Magnetron crystals for spicier based events in August, so a lot of the kind of volume of the Magnetron crystals will conclude by the end of July, leaving those last little bits for the Traders Outpost in August and monthly event in August as well for the final 15, which in, what is that, 9? So 9 crystals deep within the Traders Outpost you'll probably have completed. No, it's not. No, you would need to get at least one. No, you'd have to do everything, to be honest, because the last 5 are in the August event. So there you go. Oh well. Fantastic though, amazing information, and also gives you an idea of where you could or should be up to right now. And I think we're kind of up to a point of 25. I've got 14 there, and I've got 11 of the points. I'm trying to hoard a load of Magnetron crystals for some openings, and I think even Kat said the Paragon Plus are 25 at the moment. So yep, that's where we're at currently with the Magnetron crystals and the Higher, Further, Faster event. As I said, just to confirm, I have currently 11 points, which is, where is it? There. But I have 14 Magnetron crystals that I need to open, but I want to do a big opening and see if I can get 7 stars. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Now onto something that happened towards the end of last week, and that is the Push Farther calendar cancelled right before it was going to get the 7 star. So I saw several people talk about this because it is annoying right at the last minute. Some people are missing out on that 7 star, which of course is very sad and very disappointing with all this stuff. Players here, Serial Killer says, when I was opening the game today, I noticed I did not receive the 7-star crystal from the 7-day calendar you get from installing the game after not playing for a while. I hope it could help me. Thank you. So, see, I don't know if this is the Push Further is this, yeah, I think it's standard push further calendar. A lot of people got with it. So places it. You either forgot to log in or did not claim previous rewards. Everyone had the same amount of time, around the 21st of June to the 28th of July. But also, I think there's a bit more to this. So Kabam Jack says, thank you for reports of this matter. The game team is aware of the issue, so it is an issue. Have closed on the issue. They will work to resolve this and make it right for impacted parties. The timeline is currently unknown. Thank you for your patience in this matter. So I don't know exactly what had to happen in an issue that people weren't able to claim a day, or maybe it's the time of day, because that could be another thing as well. Like when you're able to access it and say it ended earlier. Like if the calendar was like, okay, well, you know, right now it's 5 PM UK time or 6 PM UK time on a Sunday, but it's not going to be 6 PM another place in the world. It's going to be a different time, and that different time could be something that doesn't benefit those that log into the game. It could be on a kind of like odd time frame, so it's not on a universal element to it. Like, you know, somebody in say China or someone in Australia could be affected with when they log into the game. I'm not saying it is or isn't, but it's one of these things where yeah, not great, but at least Kabam say they're going to deal with it and people are going to get the 7-star as a result. So fair play. Good work, Kabam. Got an interesting thread now, which is Battlegrounds champ relevance. Now, a lot of the not the big term, but kind of the relevant term at the moment with Battlegrounds is the word nuke. It's actually a term that's used in a lot of other games. If you are playing various different games, you've probably heard about characters like nuke characters. I think it was popularized a lot more with Raid Shadow Legends, without saying that name, because I know some people get triggered by that. It's been a very common term used for that, but it's something that's been used in gaming for a long time. So a lot of people will kind of like use nuke-based champions, or champions that are specifically just out-damaging, outperforming, class disadvantage. They're just a case of rotation monsters. Scorpion, Baron Zemo, Kate Bishop. The list goes on. There's probably like people could put in the comments like, what have you heard of, what have you used as a nuke-based champion within MCOC? But there's definitely loads out there. For me, I use a lot of Hulk. I think that he's definitely one of them in the pool and the list. Archangel as well, Shuri as well. You know, Scorpion, yes, of course. I think Spider-Pig can be used pretty much well with that as well. So a lot of them can be thrown into the mix when it comes to these. I need to do a video on that one. I've got to do that at some point. That's going to be on the list. So it was interesting when Kabam Crash came in and said Scorpion is still meta because of his utility. He often isn't the fastest option, but his multiple immunities, dots, combined with his still solid speed means he's almost never leaves my deck. Shuri remains an extremely strong BG champion, and a little bit less in the current Victory Track meta, but my rank 3 Shuri pretty much never leaves my deck. She is massively underrated in a lot of matchups. For instance, this season I've won multiple matches using her against Kingpin. Fair play. Archangel I wouldn't run at rank 4, and he is, in my opinion, falling off. What? I think similar to Torch, it's almost because his loop requires you to block, and with the upper ranks full of rank 2, rank 3 defenders with block penetration, that stat focus, you often take too much damage. Even in ideal matchups, Archangel's still useful, but definitely not an auto included in a lot of metas. It's annoying, but I actually agree with that. That's a fair point, because he's right. A lot of defenders do have that kind of pierce mechanic of the stat focus, and you're like, if you have to block, yeah, you'll find it chipping away. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, because maybe I play Archangel differently to that. A lot of the time I will kind of use him as a nuke, but I'll try and intercept as much as possible in order to be on the front foot for damage, and use my ability, or use my striker as much as possible to kind of lay down at least bleeds. Yes, you will have to block, and that's an issue, but if you do a straight SP1 rotation quite regularly, or can do that, then that can be something that sort of works. I do agree with that particular point. I try not to use Archangel. I need to go away from that particular mentality of just having Archangel and Human Torch in the deck or a constant use. I do need to just go away from it. Yeah, I agree as well with it. I love that Kabam Crash replied on a thread that's totally unrelated to game issues. Honestly, yeah, since I know it's difficult, I do miss the fact of having this proactive community engagement from, like, say, another community manager, because now we only have one. I just want to say, like, I appreciate when Kabam Crash gets involved, and also I'd like to see more Kabam members of staff. This could really help out the I'd say forum-based interaction and also relaying bugs and stuff. Okay, now we're going to end the show on a topic and discuss the Cavalier, Thronebreaker and Paragon grouping together of deals, because that was something out of the weekend that we just kind of, like, I know some people were annoyed about it, but let's find out from Kabam's take on it. By the way, if you were a Thronebreaker and Thronebreaker and Cavalier player, you thought Christmas had come early. Like, they got fantastic deals and elevated accounts, but Paragon players may feel a little bit disappointed because they had to spend an excessive amount of units. The same thing, I thought, in my personal opinion, right, I felt that the deals were more of a leg up program for lower progressions than it was about creating more, ceiling for those that are Valiant and Paragon. I definitely felt that there could have been more for Valiant at a lower level for units, but this is why I always say that Cyber Weekend deals and Banquet event are the two things to kind of focus in on, because you get more value for your unit spend. Money-wise, it's a different case of affairs because you're spending, and there are some interesting things within it, but it's all about, we try and see where your unit's going as to where's the better deals. Anyway, Kabam Jack said that the facts are Cavalier, Thronebreaker, Paragon are all grouped together, yes. Moving beyond facts to interpretation perspective, as I previously mentioned, it's easy to interpret this as Paragon are getting worse deals because they are connected for Cavalier. However, from the tuning intention of the game team, this is really Cavalier summoners are getting better deals because they're getting deals catered to Paragons. There's evidence of the exact sentiment in this thread, even when people are saying that there are resources available to Cavaliers that they shouldn't need because they're too endgame focused, right? I guess it could be somewhat true. You look at the facts like, M is now, if you watched the video yesterday, you know that she picked up 2 7-stars, one from the deals and one from just getting luck with Valiant crystals. She does have access to things that you go like, why, how? But what it's doing is, like, and it could have, the thing is about it's having knock-on effects. Because she's able to get those champions, and they become more difficult defenders. If they become difficult defenders, then it's going to mean for her making better progress in Battlegrounds because people don't have the necessary counters to them, or the fact they're too powerful to have a counter to. There's also knock-on effects to go like, well, she's able to breeze through content, which is a good thing to make people, catch up. But then at the same time, it's the rough with the smooth. There are always downsides to allowing lower progression players to doing this, but there must be something behind the scenes at Kabam, like, we need to make sure that these people are trying to catch up, so we're trying to make them more stronger at a lower level. I don't know that to be true, it's just weird that these are, and coincidental that these things have all come in. Anyway, let's go read on. To address this directly, Paragon offers are potentially being toned down due to the bracket extending towards lower progression in players, resulting in less value for the buck. They are not. Again, I understand how easy it is to find the perspective, but as someone aware of the intention in building these deals, I assure you that is not the case. Realistically, the amount of time and energy it takes to create and balance an event of this magnitude is way bigger than you think it is. It is outside the realm of possibility for everyone progressing bracket to get their own deals. So again, the team casts a wider net and group different groups together. In this case, Cavalier are getting better deals as a result. So this actually is, hang on, continue reading and I'll speak in a minute. Trying to make the argument of summoners below you shouldn't get as much as an opportunity to progress because they're not lower progression level is losing battle. A strong summoner celebrates another summoner's opportunity to grow. Don't be the type of person to climb the ladder and put it up behind you. Look, I understand this. I agree with this, but this seems to me like we're doing something to elevate lower players because of reasons that we're not being fully explained. I don't know if we ever need to be explained. How I'm kind of looking at this is that there's more veteran players than there are newer players to the game. And if this is more of an incentive to say to new players, hey, join our game, get stronger champions so you're able to breeze through lower or easier content and get to that particular point where you need to take a roster width-wise. I've gone up to a 7-star. Great. But you don't have a vast 6-star roster, so you can actually do a wider amount of content. You come up with us, but you can't do everything. I kind of feel like this is like a T motion. We're going up like this, a tree motion, not T motion, a tree motion. We go up, but we can't, the leaves and the branches can't go out because you've climbed up to where Valiant are. We've got our tree houses and these kind of like luscious green kind of like foliage here, but you can't be up with us yet. You can be up with us and stand with us, but you won't be able to get out to the branches. You have to stay here. And I feel that's what Kabam are doing. They're allowing players to make that progression up, which is handy for new players going, oh great, I can actually make moves in this game. Rather than starting and going, well, I can't go anywhere. Like, I'm just stuck here. And that's the biggest problem with new players. Like, we need more new players. A lot of veteran players need to understand that. The game can't continue on with the same player base. People fall off from the game, they lose interest, they go away. The veteran players die out. That's why you need new players. And I don't know if this is why Kabam are doing this, in order to kind of advocate for new players. Come to the game, get to Cavalier. Jump progressions, which has been recently added. And I think that's what they're doing. I don't know that to be true, but look, we're looking at the evidence. We're looking at the logic, and we're going, this might be what they're up to. So yeah, I get it, I understand it. We do need new players. We do need to get them stronger. We need them up higher, further, faster, instant. But of course, there's going to be that disconnecting issue between the point of going, well, players that are Paragon and people that are Valiant want to be able to create stronger champions to be within things like Battlegrounds and new game modes come in and make your champion stronger, Alliance Wars, Prestige, and all those things as well. So it's not easy. And there's definitely some stuff here that you kind of go, what are you up to, Kabam? I don't know. What are your thoughts on how you interpret the way that it's been done with these Paragon Thronebreaker and Cavalier deals? Thoughts in the comments, and let's move over to arena results. Not much in way of results for Northstar and Spider-Man 2099. You can see here, like 373 position, 96.9 mil. That's a lot lower for a new champion in the game. 15.2 mil as well. And then we're looking at predictions for round 2. I'm going with 100 mil for Northstar. I'm pretty much, certain that's going to like net you a good position. It's going to be fair. To be honest, I think round 2 of Northstar is going to be a lot lower. So maybe 100 mil could be 90 mil in particular. 5-star Northstar, 40 mil, probably a little bit lower than that. Spider-Man 2099 as a 6-star, 15 mil. To be honest, I even feel 12 mil could be enough for the champion, but go 15 mil to be safe. 10 mil for the Spider-Man 2099 5-star. Good luck in round 2, and that has been the show for today. Check out some other content located on screen right now. I'll see you all in the next video, whatever that will be, whenever that will be, and there may be a cheeky promo code if you keep logged to the channel. I may give you a promo code if you stay to the end of the video. A promo code will be announced later on. That's his thing. Bye.